Hey everyone! In my previous video I reviewed the DJI Osmo Mobile SE. It's on sale right now and costs about 3 times less than DJI's top model. That little stabilizer had a ton of features and really surprised me. But it got me thinking, what about the flagship? Is it really 3 times better? So here it is, the Osmo Mobile 7P, aka the 7 Pro. Let's unbox it and see what's what. First impressions. Packaging is neat and well organized. Specs and what's included are listed on the back. DJI did a nice job again. It says made for iPhone. Huh, I'm on Android? But they clearly added tighter iPhone integration, like Apple Watch control and a MagSafe mount, so you can snap the phone on without a clamp. If you're on iPhone, that's a big plus. The box is taller and chunkier than the SE's. It opens from the side, and inside there's a pouch. As expected, the stabilizer is inside. Side by side, they look super similar. The SE feels thicker and bulkier, the 7P is a bit smaller and even a touch lighter. The interface is very familiar, same buttons. But on the 7P, there's a different side control. Here it's a wheel, and on the other unit, it's a pull-style slider. The little display is also slightly different. There's another box with the phone clamp. Everything's bagged separately so it doesn't get scratched. I still haven't cracked the manual, though I do recommend it. This version clearly has a lot more features. The grip shape feels nicer on the 7P, and there's a connector at the bottom that the SE doesn't have. Something can be attached there. Price gap is real right now. The SE goes for about a third of the 7P on sale. Aha, that bottom connector is for the Multifunction Module. The SE doesn't have it at all. It attaches magnetically and locks with a release button. Don't yank it like I did. There are teeth holding it in. The module has a light on one side and a sensor camera on the other, which means you can use active tracking in your phone's native camera app without DJI Mimo, exactly what I missed on the SE. There's also another small connector on the gimbal body I'll need to look up. The module itself has a rear USB-C port, charging connection, and 2 small side buttons labeled power and light. There's even a tiny QR code, probably a serial. In the box you get a USB-C to USB-C cable for power and another USB-C lead that looks like the usual DJI phone cable. So one is likely for charging, the other for phone connection. No wall adapter. There's warranty info, 1 or 2 years, you can buy. I usually take the first year because while learning it's easy to ding things. Otherwise not much else in the box. Honestly, the SE's packaging felt a bit more premium, with more paper inserts. The 7-piece is simpler. There is a quick start in pictures, plus the usual prompt to download the app. This time I actually sat down and read the quick guide. It's short, and the Mimo app has an interactive tutorial. Highly recommended. It walks through all the buttons, functions, and shooting tips, from beginner to more advanced. One key difference from the SE: the 7P auto powers on when you lift, unfold it. You can still long press 2 seconds to power off on. Record button? Check. Camera toggle? Front rear? Check. Double press to flip vertical / horizontal? Also here. Let's mount a phone. The clamp shows which way the camera should face. Try not to press your phone's buttons while mounting, and center the phone. You can slide it a little higher, lower to balance. Watch for your power, volume keys lining up under the clamp. I shift a bit to avoid accidental presses. It should handle up to approximately 300 grams. Most phones are 150 to 200 grams plus accessories. In my last video, I tested GoPro mounting on the cheaper unit. I'll try that later here too. With the phone on, unfold the gimbal and it should power up. The camera toggle flips front back, double press rotates, and the M button cycles modes shown on the small display. There are 4 modes, same as the SE. Mode 1. Full stabilization on all axes. Squeeze the trigger and it tries to hold steady up, down, left, right, and tilt. It won't remove vertical bounce from walking. That's true of all phone gimbals, so I'll test that outdoors later to see if it soaks up steps better than the SE mode. 2 mainly stabilizes pan left. Right turns mode 3 FPV. Still stabilizes, but movements are more fluid and drone-like. Shoot 60 frames per second and slow to 30 for that flying look. Mode 4, spin shot, cinematic roll spins, trigger, single press turns on face object tracking, double press recenters, hold to lock on a subject, triple press flips to selfie, which the SE doesn't do. I also feel like the 7P allows a bit more rotation range, though they're similar overall. Back to the multifunction module. Red means off. Show your palm and it turns green. Tracking on. There's also a light on the opposite side, so whichever way you mount it, you can see status. To flip orientation, press the tiny release button. Don't pull. The big win is this: with the module you can use tracking in the native camera or almost any app, no MIMO required. That's huge for me because MIMO can be buggy. You can also start or stop tracking via the trigger if you prefer. They even squeezed in a mini LED. Long press the side light button to turn it on, rotate the wheel to adjust brightness, and single press to switch color temperature. Warmer, cooler. It's not a big panel. The built-in diffuser helps, but the beam is still fairly focused. Think of it like the tiny GoPro light. Super handy because it's always with you, even if it can't replace a larger soft panel. The 7P also hides a built-in mini tripod and a selfie stick. The tripod is fine on stable ground and in calm weather. DJI suggests a sturdier one otherwise. There's a 1/4 inch thread on the bottom to mount a bigger tripod. The plastic legs feel thin and springy, so while walking and filming you may see a bit of wobble. I'd screw on a beefier tripod for that, or hold the gimbal with 2 hands, elbows in ninja walk, heel to toe, for best stability. The selfie stick extends to roughly 20 to 25 centimeters. Not huge, but perfect for keeping your arm out of frame and for quick high-low angles. Overall, the 7P is smaller and lighter than the SE, yet uses more premium materials with some metal parts where the SE is mostly plastic. Nice quality bump. A neat bonus, you can cable the module's USB-C to your phone. The handle can power the phone like a power bank while shooting. With the module, a DJI mic receiver can also connect directly. Mic, mic 2, and likely mic 3 later. Combined with tripod, stick, light tracking, and mic support, this is basically a full mobile creator kit in one compact unit that fits in a small pouch. The 7-piece pouch is actually a bit smaller than the SE's. I took both outside to compare stabilization. First glance, they're very close, but the 7P feels slightly smoother. In my earlier SE video, I mistakenly said the motors were the same. They're not. The 7Ps are a newer generation, so it should perform a bit better. Still, the difference isn't huge. Both are solid and modern phones. iPhone 15 series, newer Samsungs, etc. already have excellent stabilization. If you want maximum quality though, a gimbal still makes a real difference. On ActiveTrack, the SE's tracking works only inside DJI MIMO, which can glitch and has limited camera controls depending on phone. DJI's site lists what each phone supports. Manufacturers restrict some APIs, so MIMO often can't access all the native camera features. That's why the 7P's Action Multifunction Module is so useful. I tested tracking in the native camera, and it worked great. Smooth, reliable. Gestures are handy too. Palm to start, stop tracking, L sign to reframe composition, move yourself off center, V sign to take a photo or start, stop recording. Sometimes it missed a gesture and I repeated it, but the colored LED makes status clear. Red equals off, green equals tracking, yellow blinking equals reframe mode. I also played with a 30 versus 60 frames per second, slowing 60 to 30, FPV mode, slow and fast walking. For the price, getting a module plus tripod, stick, light, tracking, and mic support is genuinely impressive. Yes, you can add a stick tripod, mic to the SE to save money, but the 7P is about convenience. Everything's built in and pocketable. As before, I tried the GoPro. With the SE, the Hero 7 and below, lighter, work fine. Hero 8 or 9 are heavier and sometimes make the motors vibrate. With 11 or 12, it can even shut down at certain angles. On the 7th P, I rigged an adapter, and some paper as a shim, very high tech. Scented it carefully and it held for a bit, then gave up. Same story as the SE conclusion. If you need a gimbal for an action cam, get a dedicated heavier duty gimbal. The GoPro's own stabilization is already quite good anyway. Bottom line, I really like this stabilizer, mainly because it packs so much into such a compact package. I still want to try it with DJI mics. The SE is currently 2.5 to 3 times cheaper, and it's a great budget option. But the 7P earns its price with premium feel and that all-in-one creator kit experience. Tell me what you think about this stabilizer in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.